Terry put on a show, man. When half the arena is there to see you, like you got to come out and do your thing. But I'm just proud of our guys. We're coming out and fighting a couple of our men down and compete and get one on the road, which we definitely needed. It was a good dub overall, it really was. I love it. I love it when my guys are seeing the ball go into the basket, when they're scoring, when they're smiling, when they're celebrating. Like, basketball is definitely supposed to be fun. More shots.
It means everything. It means everything. You know, the guys that you go on the world with, that you around daily, really truly believe in you. And you know, it's crazy because Spo been trying to tell me to get up as many threes as I can when I first got here. So you know, it's just a matter of time. It's gonna happen.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Taylor.
The Miami Heat are coming off such a big win last night in Cleveland, and Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier, and the Heat, right, quite frankly, are starting to get into that mode where they have to win these games. They have to show not only themselves, but the NBA world that, yes, they are still contenders this season, even though they're not a top 5 seed in the NBA right now. Now, I want to show you this play, man. You can just tell the unity, the connection between all of these guys this season. It feels a little bit different, right? So on this play specifically, Jimmy Butler gets an isolation versus, you know, the switched center in Jared Allen. Now, what we're going to notice here is Thomas Bryant does an unbelievable job waiting for the defense to slowly fall asleep. You see a lot of these guys, you know, start to just ball watch, right? You see this a lot in the NBA, but here Thomas Bryant does a good job cutting into the lane right when the defense falls asleep. Jimmy drives, draws an extra defender on the baseline by Niang, and then finds the cutting Thomas Bryant, leaving Jared Allen in a really tough position. And then Bryant, boom, dunks on him, gets it to go. In this video, we're going to break down all the film, all the highlights, everything you need to know about Miami in this game and how they were able to pull this win off, especially because of Terry Rozier. Going to watch all the film. Before we get into the video, though, give me a comment down below. Who is the biggest threat to take out Miami? And with that being said, let's dive right into the film. Now, watch this play. The IQ of Nikola Jovic is insane on this play, but the ball movement, the unselfishness is next level. So here we go. Nikola Jovic going to drive baseline. Again, we saw this earlier with the Jimmy Butler play. Once you drive baseline versus the Cavs, they send the backside help and rotate over. So what that means is Niang attacks. You have a Okoro rotating over to the backside, lob man, and then you have Garland going to swing over. You have LeVert going to swing over, and then you have a sense of bad rotation by Jared Allen. At this point, Jared Allen should see that he has rotating help. He should cut back out to the three-point line, but boom, Jovic over to Terry over to Patty over to Jimmy. And this is the excellent ball movement you don't see a lot of NBA teams making. There are a select few that do it. Miami is definitely one of them. And Jimmy Butler is starting to heat up where he can hit some of these threes. In this game, he was, I believe, 2 of 4 from downtown, 50%. But man, once Jimmy Butler starts knocking down these threes, it is almost unstoppable. You really can't beat Miami when they're on target like this. And the ball movement, you can just tell Spo is coaching this team up the right way. The unselfishness is something you don't see too much in the NBA. Alright guys, real quickly, before we break down the final end of the game here and how they ended up winning, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video out to more Heat fans. And if this video gets up to 200 likes, we will be posting non-stop coverage of the Miami Heat for the rest of the season, including the playoffs as well. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Join the family. With that being said, let's get down into the nitty-gritty, how the Miami Heat won this game. All right, here we go. When Jimmy Butler starts doing things like this, you know he's in that mode. He shifted gears. He flipped the switch. Right, look at this. So he gets over the screen. Right, the first thing you notice is Karis LeVert is hedging him to the right side, keeping the ball in his right hand, not allowing him to get back left. So boom, Jimmy's gonna be like, okay, bet this is where I make the most of my money anyway. Boom, he's gonna drive in, spin, create that separation between the feet, and then watch him fade away mid-range, slightly kick that leg out, but not enough to draw a foul, because obviously that's an offensive foul nowadays. But creates that separation still, where Karis LeVert can't really jump into him. He doesn't want to draw the foul either. Boom, gets it to go, easy money. Jimmy flipped the switch, and good luck Cavs, because this is where things get tough. Now, the Cavaliers did make a massive comeback in this game, but this is where Terry Rozier really stepped up. And again, you get the one-on-one again. Jimmy versus Karis LeVert, pump fakes that fadeaway, gets into the lane, loses the ball momentarily, but then with 4.4 on the shot clock, Fadeaway mid-range over him again. The isolation, beautiful shot, beautiful finish. Now let's see what Terry Rozier does to help this team win, man. Guys, real quickly before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor and go check out Underdog Fantasy. It is about to be prime time basketball season with the NBA playoffs right around the corner. And if we're quite honest, every single game in the Western Conference right now is playoff basketball. Make these games more fun by going and downloading Underdog Fantasy. If you use my promo code in the description, they'll match your first deposit up to $100, giving you free money, right? And they're going to give you a free square. Now, what that means is, let's just say DeMar DeRozan over half a point. The easiest money you'll ever make in your life right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description, sign up, use the promo code, and win some money. Not only do they have the NBA, but they have PGA, they have NHL, they have tennis, they have soccer, they have FIFA, MLB, esports, right? Racing, golf, basketball, they have everything that you can think of, man. MLB season right around the corner. They're going to have so many of those up for you guys. This app is amazing. Go check it out. Use my promo code. Get your free money. Get your free square. And just stack up your bread, man. But with that being said, let's get right back to the video. So here we go. This is where it all really started for Terry Rozier. Once he hit this shot, it was pretty much, lights out from the rest of the way. So right here, Patty Mills does a good job getting out of the left corner, allowing T-Row to get complete isolation here on, I believe, Marcus Morris. So boom, here we go. Quick isolation, step back three in his hometown. Oh my God, beautiful shot, gets it to go. And like I said, this is when that dial was turned here. And obviously, I love Nikola Jovic here for this team. I think he is probably the most perfect big man for them going forward. You talk about his versatility to come out to the three-point line and hit some shots out here as well, and obviously just draw attention from the big man, right? Once you have Jared Allen outside the paint looks a lot more friendly to go inside. But Nikola Jovic is a guy you cannot sleep on, man, because once he starts hitting those threes, I mean, the versatility is extremely, extremely dynamic here in Miami. Just the things you want to see. Now let's move back over here. Again, T-Row, a guy who loves isolation basketball, a guy who can score over anybody. And here we go again. Isolation versus Isaac Okoro, driving into the lane. Again, puts up a crazy floater over Okoro. And again, what do I tell you guys? You see how Jared Allen is slightly outside the paint because he's got to cover the three-point line in Jovic, which makes this more, it looks more appealing to some of these guards, right? Now, you do see Jared Allen slightly, helping out. But if this is a guy like Thomas Bryant, you would see Allen fully inside his paint trying to contest his shot. And quite frankly, when Jovic is in the game, he is so important because strictly that alone makes this basketball team just better. I mean, what a trade it was to go and get T-Row. I did not want the Heat to do it because I know how good they are. T-Row is that type of dog, that type of player that fits perfectly into the Heat culture. But watch this play here. Is Jimmy going to get it to the hot hand? Terry Rozier, you're going to see a switch here. Karis LeVert's going to call out, hey, Isaac Okoro, switch, boom. Does it. They do it at a really good level, right? Boom. Now you got this isolation again. What is Terry going to do? Hop in his bag real quick, man. Hop in his Louis. He's going to isolate, step back, do that signature T-Row step back, boom. Great defense here by Okoro for the most part. Goes too far, hits his lower leg, draws the contact, but then boom, and one as well. This is the thing about Miami, man. They never give up. They never stop hitting big-time shots and big-time moments. And man, was that a big one right there. And again, now it's a 102, 20 seconds left to go in the ball game. Again, we had this isolation. We like this matchup. T-Row, Okoro, a younger defender who is actually a pretty good defender. The main reason he was drafted so early in his draft class was because he is a hybrid defender at the wing spot. And here we go. T-Row says, I don't care. Boom. Let me isolate. Let me mix him up a little bit. Again, step back. Pull up three, hand in his face. It don't matter who's on him at this point because boom, that is what he's doing. I mean, this man is just a different breed and he fits the Heat culture just perfectly. But then we look at the rest of the team, they're just so good. They fit so well together. And, when they're hitting shots, man, one of the best, obviously, defenses in the NBA. But, man, the offensive potential when Jimmy's hitting threes, when Terry and Nikola Jovic, and then we talk about Jaime, right? Caleb Martin, what he did in the playoffs last year. They're so deep. They're versatile. They have a new dynamic this season, adding Jaime, adding, more playing time for Nikola Jovic, adding T-Row. This team is deeper. They're stronger. They're more versatile, and they will be a threat to win it all this season once again. But again, comment down below. Who do you think is the biggest threat to the Heat if they want to go back to the NBA Finals. But man, I really didn't want to see them get T-Row. Now that they have T-Row and even Patty Mills, guys. Patty Mills, even though he had a terrible night last night, the man can really heat up. I just love watching this shot because it's unbelievable. Unbelievable tie game. Big time shot, because if you don't hit this, they get an opportunity to go down and win the game with the last shot. Now they're forced to take a 3. That's exactly what you want to do, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.